Guys, Deathspell here with my new buddy Orange Sheep, and we are going to tour the world teaching you everything there is to know about redstone. Any input here, Ricky?
Redstone!
Very good. This is redstone. Redstone is basically like a power line. In this tutorial, we'll be going through redstone to basically memory units, advancing very slowly. Obviously, this is a switch. It powers on the redstone, like so. This is also a switch. It powers 3 blocks, in case you didn't know. Quite amazing. This is a piston. Pushes blocks, contracts, and expands depending on power source. Wait, what are you finding hysterical here, Ricky? This is a torch. It powers on the redstone whenever it's next to it. This is a piston being powered by a torch. This shows how a torch can be placed on a block and still transmit power. It's basically an inverter. If this side is on, this side is off. If this side is off, this side is on. Button, basically the same thing except it has a timed release. You right click it and it turns itself off. A pressure plate, you stand on it and it powers the line. This is a repeater. The repeaters basically recharge your line. If you have a line that goes for too long, it starts to get dim and loses power. The repeater can charge it right back up for you. This is a delay. When the repeater is right clicked, this thing can move and you can set it to have a delay. There it goes. Interesting. This is delay 2. You can set them right next to each other and have a really big delay. This is an AND gate. Now we're starting to get into more advanced components. Basically this is off, but when this and this is turned on, it's powered on. That's why it's called an AND gate, is because both of the switches have to be flipped. This is an OR gate. Either one of these can be flipped on and it will work. Or you can flip both of them on and it will still work. Either or. Yeah, the correctly named gates. This is the NAND gate. Basically it has power. You flip the switch, still has power. Flip the other switch, it loses power. Basically a NOT AND. This is a NOR gate. It's basically the NOT OR gate. Flip one of them on, or flip one of them on and it turns it off, yeah. It's a very simple redstone inventions here. This is the repeater, without using the repeater block, basically. See, this is on, this is off, this is on, this is on, this is off. Recharges things instantly, without delay. This is a delay. You flip the switch, and then it turns on, and it turns off. It's just connected by torch, redstone block, torch, redstone block, torch, redstone block. It can go on forever. We just wrapped it around. This is a clock repeater. It blinks every so often.
Very nice.
Yes, ignore the background noise right now. I will show you that. Show you that in a second. This basically just goes on forever. This is the rapid pulsar. Very, very rapid pulse, clearly, as it's rapidly pulsing. Hence the name, rapid pulsar. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off now. No wonder it's lagging. This is the XOR gate. Basically, either one of them is basically the more complicated OR gate. It's like a N OR gate, it's like a NOT, or hard to explain. Anyways, either one of these is powered off and it's powered on. It's like the AND gate, but OR. It's just go with it. This is the pulsar. This is the second pulsar. It's a very frequent pulse. You can hook a dispenser up to it filled with arrows, and it will launch the arrows, turning it off. There we are. Oh, look at our frame rate jump. This is an XNOR. Again, it's just complicated gates that we have to go through to show you guys a little bit about redstone. Turns off, Turns on, turns off, turns on, turns on. Now we're moving into memory cells. These are a little bit more complicated. I'll have to get something to show you guys with. Basically, the memory cells can be switched either by flipping the switches, and it switches what side it's on. Should. Yeah, there we go. Or, if you power this end, what'd I do? Power this end. I got my switches all mixed up. Power this end, that end turns off. And if you power this end, that end turns off. Don't mess with the switches on the side, leave them always facing upward. This is a memory cell, this is memory cell 2. Powered on, that side's off. Powered on, that side's off. This one, the switch is flipped off, right here, it's facing downward. Any comments, Ricky? This video is extremely boring. Please give us some commentary from your part.
My part?
This is basically just learning about redstone. This is a overly complicated super delay. It's just delay after delay after delay after delay after day. Day? Delay. Okay.
Basically, that's the day.
And it just keeps going and going and going.
Do not set this to 4 ticks.
Yeah, you know how you can set repeaters? Do not set the repeaters to 4 ticks. Yes, it will just take forever. It's not worth it.
You probably turn an age after it.
Yes, it'll be next year. It's the extreme delay.
You still don't know.
This is the half delay. It's half delay. You can barely tell the difference. There's really no point for it.
What fun fact?
This is the instant repeater.
Very simple. Not.
It has instant output. It instantly changes. Basically, I can show you a simpler version later, but this is basically the big version. Yes, it uses pistons. The big version, shut up. It's very complicated, actually. So I won't mess with it too much. You don't mess with it. This is called a monostable. It's hard to explain. Basically, once you turn it on, it's a set amount of time before it turns itself off. As we can see, just look right over there, turns on and then turns itself off.
It's like a button.
Basically, it's a button, but it's with using a switch. This is just to show you that redstone can travel through blocks any direction that it touches it. Yeah, touches it.
I'm not laughing.
This is the... Oh, it makes the plate power on longer. See, the end is powered on longer than it normally would be. Okay, now we're getting into the inventions. Redstone.
This is horrible invention.
Yeah, well, this is it's not that bad. Basically, the water flow would knock an item onto there. Then you flip switch 1, and you flip switch 2, you flip switch 3.
No point.
And now the item is...
Just go pick up the item.
Missing. Okay. Well, generally it'd end up on top of that top platform. There's no point, it's just overly complicated.
Hey, just go pick up the item.
This is our sugarcane farm. Yes, we figured out a way to make sugarcane grow that tall. It's really not that hard.
Except you need sugarcane to do it.
Oh yeah, in my last video I derping around didn't... No, I didn't flip the switch off. It's very... Here we are.
Told you it wasn't off.
Yeah, you can just place sugarcane on top of sugarcane on top of sugarcane and it gets that tall.
Did we say that in the last video?
Yeah, we're not putting the last video on YouTube though because it was quite horrible.
We don't get to see it.
Failed experiments there. Basically, this was just an explanation of the different redstone gates and what they do.
Don't listen to him.
Well, I built every single one of these gates.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
What about the adder?
We did not build the adding machine, no.
The adder.
Yes, we are not building
Half adder?
Yes, no, we are not building adders.
They're big.
Here we are with my orange buddy, and this is Death Spell.
Kill it. Kill it.
Head over to mcglobe.weebly.com and subscribe and donate and all that good stuff.
You can also see a half-finished website.
You can also see a half-finished website, yes. See you guys next week.